afternoon. Welcome to TPR Live. I'm Nathan Cohn, and our guest in the studio today is Josh Glenn, who goes by the name Josh Glenn Experiment when on stage. And this is Josh Glenn's second visit to Texas Public Radio. Welcome back, Josh.
Hey, thank you so much for having me back.
That's right.
Pleasure.
He was here last summer as part of our B40 series, and it's great to have you back in here and hear some more of your music. Josh used to be in a band called the National Parks with two other musicians, but as you can see and hear now, he manages a big sound all by himself with this gear board in front of him. And so we're going to hear some music today. We're going to talk about your sound and about your projects that you're working on. And first of all, for people who haven't seen what it is you do, tell me about this gear setup that's down here in front of you. You're creating this big sound, all these loops of music with these pedals.
Yeah, so there's these layers of sound. So I'm going to turn that reverb off. So I build up these layers of sound. It starts off, nothing's pre-recorded. It's all done live in front of you, and it starts off generally with like a little click or like a thump, for a kick drum, and then I add some chords on top, and then I got a little bass pedal. Pretty much everything you need for a little three-piece band, but it's just me, and it makes everything a lot easier planning practices and planning tours and stuff. But yeah, it's just layering these sounds and creating this like kind of atmospheric swirl of sound on top of that, and just having the mentality that anything goes, anything could happen. That's kind of where the experiment comes from. It's just kind of starting off a loop, layering it up, and just seeing where it goes, and then just writing songs based off of that, like off of experiments.
So when was the first time you heard something like this or saw something like this being done?
So the very first time that I saw it personally was downtown. I used to work at it was a two-story Starbucks called Hear Music, and there was this guy, Marcus Rubio, local. Now I think he's moved off. I'm not sure where he's from, but he was playing a violin into a looper, and it was real simple, violin into the looper, and then he would just play guitar on top of that and sing. And I just was fascinated by that, and I wanted to get a looping pedal ever since I saw that. And then I just spent hours in my room just kind of playing along, and just trying to. I wanted to be my own soloist, and I wanted to get better at solos because all I had been doing is power chords. I started off in a punk rock band, so I needed to work on my chops. Yeah.
Well, we love power chords. We love punk rock.
Yeah, it works.
We love virtuosity at the same time here. So, you talked about spending hours in your room. How long does it take you to construct a song the way you do?
So it's kind of interesting. A lot of these songs that are on this album that I released last year are songs that have kind of accumulated over the years. So I see them as like small little puzzle pieces, lyrics that I've written on little pieces of paper here and there, and then kind of compiling all of those little notes and ideas. And then I'd go to open mics and then just try them out live to different music platforms. I'd kind of build up different layers of music and try those same lyrics out on different platforms of music. And sometimes it's just gibberish. I'm just singing just to kind of get the like intonation and the right syllable works, I guess, and seeing what works. So like a lot of the first early improv like recordings of these songs like were just gibberish, and I'd kind of try to make sense of it and kind of piece together these lyrics. And so some of my songs are kind of all over the place, but I've tried to kind of piece the puzzle together as best as I can. And so when people ask like what my songs are about, I kind of have to stop and think myself. So,
what was I writing?
What was I writing about? Yeah.
Well, let's hear one of them, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. This one's called Break With or Settle. flake of a pedal. And I'm wondering if it will break with it or settle. Now I'm on solid ground, and I've been looking around with no direction but within it to the ground. I'm listening for the sound waves. Silence, and I'm wondering how a quiet heart can build a fire to ignite it, or fight it, or mind it. But you, yeah, you got it. Tell me, you, do you got it? Yeah, ha, ha, he, he, ha, he, he, he. Ha, ha, he, he, ha, he, he. Saying Isabel, from a tower you fell to your death, and all your shades of green organically becoming me. And it's true, yeah, it's true that we are all one. Oh, it's true, yeah, it's true that we are all one. With everything, we are one. With everything, it's true. We are one. Stay fly, supporting me. Stay still while I draw your wings. I feel like a fallen leaf. Just need to turn back to a seat. Stay fly, supporting me. Stay still while I draw your wings. I feel like a fallen leaf. Just need to turn back to a seat. Balancing here on the flake of a pedal. And I'm wondering if it will break with it or settle. Now I'm on solid ground, I've been looking around with no direction but within it to the ground. I'm listening for the sound waves, like clouds of thoughts reshape and then they disappear. But the molecules that built them are still here. Like clouds our thoughts reshape and then they just disappear. But the molecules that built them are still here. Like clouds our thoughts reshape and then they just disappear. But the molecules that built them are still here. Yeah, they're right here. Yeah, they're right here.
Josh Glenn Experiment. Very nice.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks again for being here. Your EP that you have out, Orange Moon,
Yep,
yes?
that's right.
It's not just you on the EP, though, because you got, you mentioned before we rolled cameras today here, Volcan is on there, and they're a big band.
They're a huge band. I have one 1/8 of the band on my album. They're massive. They're incredibly talented guys. I had 3 members. I had Jaime, Joey, and Jacob. They're drummer, guitarist, and bass player. So it was a pleasure having them. And I had a few other people on the album too. Kate Terrell played piano in the last song, and she plays in a band called Wolverton. And then the producer, Brant Sankey, also plays some electric guitar on Outer Universe, a little part here and there. And so I had quite an ensemble of help. And my mom is even on the album.
Yeah. So what does she do?
She sings in the choir on Explosions, which I'll be playing a little later. It's a little choir part. And we used her voice, and we stacked it 3 times. And had another friend of mine from this, we go to this little, I don't want to call it a church. It's like more of a spiritual gathering called Celebration Circle. And the choir leader there came in, and I had her sing a part, and we stacked her layers 3 times. And so we ended up with this huge choir towards the crescendo of Explosions. So it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of help making that album. But those guys in Volcon are amazing, and they really help. They're on 2 of the songs on the album.
How does your mom like your music? Because I mean, like,
Oh,
I know that when I was
fan.
doing music too, my parents would go like, "Oh yeah, we like that," but even if they weren't quite unsure, they understood it. But
yeah, like maybe 15 years ago when I started and I was in a punk rock band, she was still supportive, but in the back of her mind, she was like, "Oh God, like I hope this goes somewhere." Yeah. But now she truly is a fan. She's one of my biggest supporters, and she's always sharing my stuff with her friends, and she's just the most proud mom. I'm really lucky.
Fantastic. Well, you mentioned last summer when we talked also that you hoped in the future that you would be, playing maybe with some other people more regularly, or is that still in the cards?
It's still in the cards. I'm actually working with a friend of mine down in Corpus, Jimmy Wilden. He's an award-winning songwriter down in Corpus. He runs his own little like a songwriter night, and he and I met a couple years ago, and we've just started playing shows together. But lately, in the last few months, we've been talking about recording an EP together, and this would be more of a stripped down 2 guitars and focusing on harmonies, vocal harmonies. And so we've already written. We wrote 1 song, and then we're working on another song. So we still got a lot to do, but we'd like to record maybe a little 4-song EP. But yeah, it's in the works. But full band stuff, not quite there yet. I'm still working on it.
We've got to work up to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So some people that were watching us online, by the way, including so Aaron Jarvis was online.
What's up?
Yeah,
what's up,
and we also have Marja Dinnick, who says hello from the Netherlands.
Oh wow!
So I don't know.
Thank you so much for tuning in. That's amazing.
So fantastic. I mean,
cool.
we're having some people watching online. So please, if you have any questions or you have anything that you'd like to know, then let us know in the comment section here. I'll read them while Josh plays this next song, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So this next one is an old song of mine, pre-looping days. I got to switch to classical stance here for this one because I stretch my fingers a little bit. So the song's called "The World Is Sound Asleep," and I had a friend ask me why I don't have any sad songs. I think I don't know, but this is a sad song. So it's an old song. It's a breakup song, but I really loved it. I've always really liked this song. Anyways, here it goes. It's 11:29, and I am all alone. I've got a damaged view from a perfect window. All my frame's intact, but these eyes, they are cracked. I'm seeing double, and I don't know where you're at. Clouds hold so much rain, like reservoirs built in brains. Mine is filled to the brim, and I pour this poison down, but still my love is sound. But this world is sound asleep, just dreaming of something, or maybe nothing. It's gotta be something. These clouds hold so much rain, like reservoirs built in brains. Mine is filled to the brim, and I pour this poison down, but still my love is sound. But this world is sound asleep, just dreaming of something, of nothing they've wished on, but don't have the faith or the confidence in them. They're waiting for something to take them away from the hell which they're living in. Oh, but you have control, don't let anyone tell you that forces are out there pushing and pulling, controlling your heart like a fine graphic art. Get that needle out of my eye. Oh, but I poured down the poison, and it's slowly destroying all this pain and disintegration. Threw a little extra on the end there. Normally didn't have that part. But.
Christian Lee says, loop pedal master.
Thanks so much. That's funny because that song, like, that was pre-looping days. When I originally performed that song, I did not have a looper. But when I was practicing it the other day, I wanted to throw a little something on the end, so I was like, I'll just keep it spontaneous. And when I play that live, I'm going to start playing that a little more often, and I want to work on that last part and try to build it up a little bit more. But yeah, thank you.
So when you go to a new venue and you're trying to explain what it is that you do and show them, like, how do you pitch the owner?
To the owner,
or
like when I'm trying to get the gig.
Exactly. Yeah.
I usually just tell them I'm a one-man folk band, and I just explain it like I use a looping pedal to build up sound, so like it sounds like a full band. Like try to get them to. And of course I attach a couple videos to give them an example of it. That's the best thing to do. But yeah, I feel like most people have heard the term one man band, but the older generations, when they think of one man band, they think
Mary
of
Poppins with like Dick Van Dyke,
a big old drum on your back and like a hi hat on your hat. But no, I try to explain it. It's a stacking of sounds, and it's just me, and it's but it sounds like a full band, and yeah, most time people understand that, and then I attach the video to accompany it, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. So
what's the most unique reaction you've gotten to your music?
Oh, like just I've had an old couple come up and just like they're just fascinated, like they just thought it was voodoo magic, like that what I was doing, like. I've had people come up to me, and I could hear people kind of whispering in the crowd, like, oh, it's all, like he's just got it recorded, and like whenever I hear that, it always drives me nuts because like it's like nothing is pre-recorded, everything is live looped, and so when I hear him whispering about that, I always make a point to say that after that song. I'm like, so thank you guys for coming out. Like everything you're hearing tonight is live looping. Nothing's pre-recorded. and then you see like a look on those people's face. They're like, okay. So it's mixed reactions. Some people, I'm definitely not the first looper out there. I've listened to a lot of Keller Williams, who's and Henry and the Invisibles, who's another local. He's phenomenal what he does. Like he's playing all the instruments too. Like I'm just using a guitar to create all the sounds, but he uses bass and guitar, electric guitar. He switches it up, but going off track like I normally do.
No, that's great. No, but, I mean, it's kind of fascinating because you almost probably want to like demonstrate it at one point and go like, well, hey folks, look, here's what I do.
Yeah, and I'll do that too. Like usually I'll start it off like the show just getting right into it and then just like get people's attention, you know, like even if it's just a sound check, I usually will play like a sound check, like and just do like a few little beats and then like do like a loud bass, like with some, like crazy sounds, and I'll like twist the knobs to like make it, get some weird noises going, and then like play that for a couple minutes, and then I'll stop, and I usually get a little applause, and I'll be like, hey, I'm Josh Glenn, this is what I do, I loop, and like, create these sounds, and so that kind of takes that part out of the, or explains that part to the audience. But yeah, most of the time I'll just start and play, and people will ask me after the show if they have a question about it.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, you got a tune called Explosions that you referenced earlier.
Yes.
So let's hear that one.
Yeah, this is track 5 on the album. Here we go.
Swimming through sheets, and I'm twisting in dreams, and I'm not sure what's wrong right in front of me. I'll sing it again. Swimming through sheets, and I'm twisting in dreams, and I'm not sure what's wrong right in front of me. Sing it again, I swear out loud, I'm surrounded by a love I found. It's all I see and written in the stars, lining out, but my feet are roots in the ground. How can I set free all of me? I just gotta know, what can we be? What can it be? Feel the atmosphere around me growing dense with a flash come Mother Earth's explosion. I smell the rain, and then I feel it on my face. No, I can't explain. The inside my brain, forming all I know. There it goes out the window. It was within reach. All of me. It's all I want. It's all I need. Be as good as I can be. It's all I want. It's all I need. It's everything. It's you and me. It's all I know. It's all I believe under the sun. It's all of me. And I cannot, but I cannot see straight, no. And I cannot, but I cannot see straight, no. I cannot, but I cannot see straight, no. I cannot, but I cannot see straight. Yeah, but I'll wait for those clouds to slowly reshape.
All right, Josh Glenn, Experiment in Studio here, TPR Live. Thanks for being here again.
Thank you.
So if you're watching this video right now and you're seeing Josh sitting here in this chair, and you're thinking, you know what? I think I've seen that guy before, like maybe on the movie screen, right before my movie.
I've been getting that so much. It's so crazy.
So you're like when it says SA